like to discuss Milestone 1 that has you choosing one of 4 clients and creating a logo for that client. So it starts out this week with creating 10 thumbnail sketches and then choosing 3 of your best sketches and refining those further. It's telling you to review the client design briefs carefully, choose a client, and then go through the process of creating your presentation template and submitting 10 of your thumbnail sketches along with the 3 refined sketches for the assignment. They have examples that they show. I don't expect anything quite that refined for the 10 sketches. These are basically concepts, they're ideas, they're small thumbnails that you'll present. Okay, so they offer some inspiration within the reading and resources area. And I'd like to add to that, which is a book, a wonderful book that you can get from the local library called The Big Book of Logos. Terrific resource. So the first step is you need to do your research with regards to any client. So what I like to do is look at what's been done already by the pros. So if we look at these, we see the first logo up here, the Atlanta Falcons, and I shared some of these with you in the discussion area. So this is a professional football team, and notice that the bird in the logo is in the shape of an F. Okay, and the New York Islanders here, the second one that you see here, they're a professional ice hockey team based in Uniondale, New York, and the I in Islanders is the only letter in 2 colors. Okay, so the top of the I points to where the Nassau Coliseum is on the map of Long Island in the logo. Okay, the Washington Capitals in the upper right-hand corner. They're an ice hockey team, and the bottom of the bird is in the shape of the Capitol building in Washington. Minnesota Twins, the underline under Twins is only under the middle 3 letters, spelling out the word win. Okay, a little subliminal seduction there, and that makes their intentions quite clear. The New York Mets, the logo in the center, they're also based in New York. If you look at the Mets website, you can see every building in the skyline represents. And the blue and the orange colors are the colors of the National League teams that deserted New York, which is the Dodgers and the Giants. And then the middle logo on the right-hand column, you can see the Washington Monument forms the center seam in the basketball there. They're a professional basketball team. Okay, and these are other generic logos here. And also, if let me just bring up my layers panel here. So underneath this, on another layer, I also did a search for pictograms and icons. And I also noted here, note this little falcon shape here. All right, that's a pictogram. And note how that could have been used over here. So who knows? Okay, that may have been incorporated into that. This may have been the inspiration for the artist to create that. So look at what's been done, and I also recommend that you do not work with Illustrator. If you're new to Illustrator, do not struggle with the technology. I suggest using pencil sketches. Okay? So what I'd like to do is show you a logo that I created. My wife is a children's book author, and I illustrated her book and animated the story, but I also created the logo. So let me just zoom in here. I have 2 versions because one, if I go to outline mode, Control Y, one has the text that it's in editable font. Okay, the other is in outline form. Okay, and the reason that you want to have it in outline form, especially if you're sending it to someone, if they do not have the font in their system, the system will replace it with a font that's close to it. They may not see exactly what your intentions are. So I always create outlines out of any fonts. So let me just show you the process quickly that I came up with. So this is the book. All right, so this is the book that I illustrated here. Actually, I did the illustrations and I hired a magic marker artist to color it in. I don't really work as well as magic marker as this guy does. He's fantastic. But I did all the drawing and the designing and all that. So I needed to create a logo for the book. So that's where that came into play. And let me see what else I have here. I'm going to show you my research I did for this. I think it's down here. I found, yeah, I was doing some tests here. Wanted to see what it looked like in black and white. I found this logo on Google, and I wound up creating um, this kind of inspired me. You know, I took off from there and wound up with this. Um, you know, so I took these elements and kind of adapted it. And the story's about a flying fish and so on, and, you know, wants to achieve a bluefish that wants to achieve the dream of flying. So my wife and I created this company, publishing company, and this was the book. And I went in there and fooled around with text. I found this great font. Uh, it's this again. This is outlined. So um, where's that font? It's called Kindergarten. This great font here. So this is what it looks like in outline form. All right. So I just thought I'd share that with you. Oh, here's a cool little thing. I had to create a copyright sign. So the way you do that, just for your information, if you want to, um, if you're interested, if you click with your text tool, you get a blinking cursor, and then you're going to hit in the Windows environment, it's Alt 0169. All right, and you get a copyright sign. All right, that is scalable. All right, so I hope that was of some kind of value to you. All right, guys, take care.